Today's video, we're going to be shaving with Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Awesome Sauce and going to be using my favorite carved Christopher Bradley, the stainless variant. If you like the sounds of that, stay tuned. Let's get shaving. Greetings, friends. Welcome to my demo. Me, J-Mac, the Red Island Shaver. So glad to have you aboard here for this Monday shave in the last week before Christmas. And we're going to attempt to have an intelligent discussion here today, I think. Or at least as intelligent as I can make it. So it might not be that intelligent at all, but we'll see how that goes. And, you know, Menthol Monday, sometimes I play along with the different themes, like Menthol Monday, Tobacco Tuesday, whatever Wednesday is, or Thursday, and then like the Fat Friday, so on and so forth. You guys get it. So today's going to be a Menthol Monday, and that's Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Awesome Sauce. This was made because of Chris at CDB hounded Doug to make this soap, and Doug finally relented, and it's a great scent. And for those of you new to the channel, if you did not know, this soap is based on this splash. Now, not the Presso Green soap, but just the splash. Has the exact same, so these pair beautifully. They're identical match. Scent notes in this are eucalyptus, citrus, lavender, oakmoss, talc. Oh, it's just so nice. Just classic Italian Fougere is what it is. It's nice and green. It's nice and vibrant. You know, you get a little bit of that minty eucalyptus effervescence and some of the woody notes and the powdery notes. It's just, it's great. It's absolutely great. And maybe you're not a fan of the Presso Green soap, because that's really like, eucalyptus forward, very eucalyptus forward. And maybe that's not your jam, but you like the splash, so you like this. But anyway, we'll get in here with the CoyoteCuts Demented Topper and get this loaded up and get going. So, as is seen from the title, pairing hardware with software. And I think this is a good discussion to have. And this is what I've learned over the years of shaving. And in particular, it's something I've really honed in on the last few months. I've kind of always subconsciously, in a way, leaned this way or done things this way, with a few exceptions to the rule. Like I did that Weck shave with Barbershop and only made it like for the first pass because it just wasn't working out and stuff like that. So I figured, you know, it's nigh time that we have a little talk about it. And I probably just loaded enough soap in that brush to shave the entire comment section. So we'll get that on the face and we'll get into it. This is CK1 formula, by the way, the cocoa butter formula. Really good stuff. If CK6 is your jam, that's great. There's not a damn thing wrong with that. It's a great base. But for me, the regular Crown King formula works great. So it's usually what I tend to buy. At least for me, that frees up a few more funds to maybe buy some other things as well. But I mean, if CK6 is your jam, then CK6 is your jam, and don't change for anybody. So right. Matching your hardware with your software. I don't know how many people do this. Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe there's a lot of you that do it. And I will caveat this by saying, like all things in wet shaving, I know it's a cliche, we say it all the time, but your mileage may vary. So this is kind of what I've ascertained over the years for myself, in my face, in my skin, and my beard. So this is what I've come up with, and my God, this soap feels nice on the face. I talked about another video, Shannon's video, about just the weight of a really good soap on the face. You know, with the butters and the fats and the just this weight that sits on your face. It just feels so comforting, especially once you start hitting it with warm water. If you like to make a warm lather like I do, and it's so comforting, it's so inviting. It's great. So, that's going to lead in. If I'm using a DE razor, for me, it doesn't really matter what I use for a shave. If I'm using a DE, you know, that's when maybe I'll break out stuff like Tubs or Paresso, any of the Paresso soaps, any of the mass-produced soaps, the commercial soaps. I think you can use them, or I don't think, I know you can use them just fine with a DE razor. For me, I do find some a bit drying on the face, but that's fine. I don't mind that once in a while. I couldn't do it every day. Like I couldn't shave with Paresso every day or with Tubs every day. I couldn't. My skin would start to suffer for it. Would get too much irritation and so on and so forth. That is why I tend to use artisanal soaps a lot, because they agree with my skin better. And you know, once again, your mileage may vary. Maybe that's not the case for you, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, we're all in this journey. We're all in it together, but we're all in it to find our own kind of shaving nirvana and what works for us. So, you know, any video or any comment thread in a group and all this and that, it's merely suggestion, points to ponder, things to think about and stuff like that. So, and look at this lather. This is just insanity. Look at this lather. Crazy. That's, come on. Oh, Douglas. It's great soap. I really do like PAA. Actually, I'm getting more PAA here in the new year. I'm gonna get the cube too. I'm gonna start introducing a little bit of pre-shave to my routine with the cube. I think I've always been intrigued, and now it's just time to pull the trigger, so to speak, and do it. And we'll clean up the work areas, look a little bit more presentable, and we'll get into it. So yes, a DE shave like today, I'm gonna be able, I can use anything, right? It doesn't really matter. It's a DE razor at the end of the day. They're really not that hard on the skin, especially, you know, once you have your favorite blade, your favorite razor, everything's kind of dialed in. I'm gonna go with the carve and stainless with the C-plate, my favorite carve. I love the feeling of stainless on the face. Wizamet on its 5th use, and about 20 hours of growth, something like that. So DE, any soap or cream, I think generally will do for me. It's when I get into the straight razor or the shavettes is where it becomes a little different. And this is all through trial and error, and I don't want to say sacrifice, but through trial and error, there's some bad shaves, there's some wicked irritation, to some almost major boo-boos. So if I'm reaching for a straight blade, be it a shavette or a straight razor, then that's when I am going to 100% of the time reach for an artisan soap, because I just like the performance on the artisan soaps better, with the butters and the fats and all the good stuff that's in all the good bases nowadays. You know, regular fans of the channels know I kind of cycle through the same artisans over and over again, because those are the ones I found work the best for me, and that they work for what I need them to do. And you know, as with all artisans, many have a very large catalog of scents now. So, you know, even if you found like 5 artisans you really like their base, you could probably be set for your shaving life with just the scents in their catalogs alone. So that's also something to ponder. But yes, I'm generally going to reach for that if I'm doing a straight razor or a shavette shave. Been really hard on the, not hard, been hard into the shavettes lately. I've been using them a lot. They become like my go-tos. The only exception to that rule is Mitchell's Wolfat. I would 100% use Mitchell's Wolfat with a straight or a shavette, because that stuff for mass-produced soap is probably one of the slickest on the market as far as mass-produced. But that's kind of where that's kind of the way I operate. Maybe you guys are different in the comment section. Maybe some of you, your skin obviously would be different. Your beard is different. Maybe even your technique is better. Maybe my technique is just still not that great. But for me, I find I need that extra glide. I don't want to say slickness per se, because a lot of soaps are slick. But where I think artisan soaps kind of really have it in spades is they seem, once you get them dialed in, they just seem to have a bit more glide than a mass-produced soap. And they're not drying on the face. And the last thing I want if I'm using a straight or a shavette is my lather drying or becoming kind of sticky, or just not having that same high level of glide, because I don't want that razor at any point to stick or hang up or not be sliding through the whiskers at the velocity I want it to slide through the whiskers, because then that's when you get cuts, and we don't like getting cuts. So that's kind of where I'm at. And obviously when you use these highly buttered, highly fatted soaps with the DE, it just becomes a ridiculously easy, smooth shave. Like this one's going. This can be a quicker video than I figured. Face feels amazing already. Nice and cooling. There's menthol in this. My face feels nice and cool, nice and refreshed, and the shave is just going great. So that's kind of where I'm at. So really, to boil it down, with a DE, anything goes. Kind of all depends on my mood, what I feel like using on a given day. But with a straight razor or a shavette, it's always going to be an artisan soap or wool fat. And you can even take that one step further. If you're learning how to straight razor shave and you're just getting into it, try and stick with a few different brands. Don't change up your bases too much. Go with soaps that work really, really well for you and consistently well, and stick with those while you're learning. It's like, I know Mike, my brother from the CanadianMafia Show, if he's doing an edge test, he always uses First Canadian, because he has that base it's dialed in just like that. So he knows that variable is taken care of. So if his shave kind of goes off a little bit, then it's not the base, it's not the soap, it's the edge that's on the razor. And then he knows, he may need to take it back to the stones and rework it and what have you. So that's kind of where I'm at. Same with brushes. I rotate through my brushes depending on the day. I find changing up my knots, because I'm a face latherer, you do run the risk of getting brush burn. So I change up my knots just to kind of take it easy on my face. If maybe I shaved a little too close the day before, I know the next day that brush burn could be a factor. That's when I'll grab like one of my super soft synthetic knots. There's no way I'm going to get brush burn off of one of them, and I can just face lather all day long and not have a problem. And if I got a really, really good shave, like I think today's is going to be, then I could go with a badger again tomorrow and not have any problems. And plus my badgers are all soft anyway. There's no scritch in any of my badgers. So that's kind of what I've learned over the years of wet shaving. And I would be interested to see what everybody does. Do people have a similar thought process, or can some of you just grab whatever soap or cream your heart desires and just use whatever tool you feel like using? I'd be really interested to know. But that's been my best case practice, and it's worked really well, especially getting back into the shavettes and the straights and putting the effort into to really learn them. I found I've really benefited benefited from using kind of the same bases that I already have dialed in. Super slick, and just everything goes swimmingly, and it's actually led to, for me, to better technique. It's led to better shavette shaves. It's led to closer shavette shaves than ever before. I still have to do a bit of touch up on the neck with that sideways growth, but I don't really have to do much touch up even in that regard. It's just got to get those pesky sideways hairs. So anyway, so yeah, we'll go into the post and we'll let you guys go. Also, we are getting close to 700 on the channel here, so there will be a giveaway probably in the new year. It'll probably take to the new year to hit 700, but if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and because you'll have to be a subscriber to be in for the giveaway, and there will be a giveaway. At minimum, it's going to be a soap set, so you might want to get in on that action, and your subscription helps the channel grow. It helps our community grow, and ultimately that's what we're after here. We're out to grow the wet shaving community. Get as many people involved in it as we can. We have a ton of fun in this community, in the Facebook groups, on the Instagram shows, here on YouTube. It's a great place to be with wonderful people, and you know, you want to be a part of that, and you want to enjoy nice shaves too. But for me, the biggest part is the community. I love hanging out with all you guys and gals, and the great shaves are actually, for me, a byproduct of being in this awesome community. It's like the added bonus of being able to hang out with all you fine people. And yeah, that was a fantastic shave. I must say that this is an alcohol-based splash. There wasn't even a whisper of a tingle there. That was just pure magic. Pure magic. And that's another reason why I like using these super fatted soaps too with the DEs. I find them trending more towards the artisan stuff, and my shaves with the mass-produced stuff are getting less and less, because just my results have been so good with all these different bases that I now have dialed in. And it's, you know, it's like the old adage, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So anyway, so that's the shave for today, guys and gals. Hopefully you enjoyed the topic for today. It should be you know, something to ponder. And let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think on this topic. And like I said, maybe you can grab you know, a shavette and some Parasso and go to town and not have any issues. I'd love to hear about that. And that's it for me today. So as always, my friends, be safe, be kind to one another, and have a great day and even better shave. And we're going to catch you in the next one. Peace and take care.